You might see a lot of lightning today. I expect to see a lot of lightning and a lot of light. Fire evade, definitely still an option, right? Fire's been on kind of the up, and wind is always really good into just about anything. So a lot of really powerful elements coming in tonight, and we're going to see two Skahals right off the bat. So Resnick, Skahal, Cloud, 4 cop over here. We're loading in, they're jangling around, they're jiggling, they're going to start buffing here in a second, I imagine. Or are we literally starting with a, nope, we're not starting with a deal. So there we go, hate down for Resnick and physical shield for Cloud. We are underway. Now, Cloud probably going to look to group buff. He's going to actually do Keen Blade. So we're going to get some CT manipulation right off the start right here as Cloud moves up onto the ledge. This is a map with a lot of range height where missile units do have a little bit of an advantage. The last time we had this map in regular Guild Wars, limited or ranged missile units definitely dominated, and it was at a time when the ice meta was in full force. Since then, lightning has definitely climbed in priority with teams like Skahal, Summer Helena, Resnick that you see from Sandrooster right here. This is a super meta team, and Skahal is a super meta unit. So here we go. Skahal's gonna lightning Skahal, but debilitating counter comes out and Skahal debilitates Skahal and then gets thundered by Skahal and pops Skahal's courage. And there you go. That just happened. That's how we're gonna start. Now, Resnick is here to play support for both of these units, and she's gonna heal. One of the really important things about running Skahal with a healer is his courage is permanent if he is full HP. I believe if he's above 70%, he has permanent courage. That is a big deal for Cop right here. And not such a great deal for Sandrooster, because Sandrooster's Skahal was below 70% HP from the debilitating counter, so Cloud actually killed him. He doesn't have courage if he's that low, so he died. That is a really nice thing. Now here's Thundaga coming out, and that's why Skahal's really a meta unit right there. He just dropped a massive Thunder Hammer onto the enemy team. Helen is dead, and just like that, it is Resnick versus 3. If you've ever been in a match with a Resnick before, you know she's not exactly the greatest 1v3 unit, right? She prefers to heal. She's all about the teamwork, making the dream work, you know, support, all that stuff. Blade Burst comes out 4174. She'll look to heal that up unless Skahal gets in range to put her out of her misery first. Here comes Cop Skahal. He's pivoted from a light player to a lightning player. He's channeling a spell. Resnick is going to get a chance to heal first, so she's going to Law of Invigoration, go back to full HP. Can Skahal put her down with just one round of a lightning spell? Yes, he can. 8100 damage. She goes down. And Cop, it is surprising no one because Cop, a regular winner of Friday Night Fights, starts his tournament this week off with a win. GG. Let's go to the next one. So, here we go. Both players have readied up. We'll be jumping in right now. Let's full screen this thing. Load into the game. Wind versus wind. Oh, it's not a mirror matchup, though. So, we're going to get to see Sir McCrane pulling out Summer Jaden and Turambar pulling out Marymore. So, both teams running Glassy, Sottily with another magic scaling unit. But in the case of McCrane's team, Summer Jaden. In the case of Turambar, Marymore. Now, I'm a huge fan of Marymore. I think she is a oftentimes undervalued, overlooked unit, especially she's not 100 cost, so a lot of people sleep on her for that reason. I expect her to do good things right here. She's a good buffer early on. Look for her to apply like her own re-raise and accuracy buff. She can also buff her allies' defense and spirit, although I would say that Turambar probably has that buff turned off since she chose to pop her own re-raise first. Both of these teams are going to be good buffers. Like, look at all of the buffing that Sottily likes to do if given the chance. And this map, especially with initial placement, does give him that chance. Jaden's going to get his magic spirit piercing rate buff off. In my opinion, that is the buff that unlocks his full damage potential. Okay, watch this. Turambar just cast Padfoot. That is a new TMR in the game. I actually just talked about it in my TMR video. It is Pissarro's TMR. It not only gives him haste, but also drops his aggro, allowing Marymore to like put that shield on and move in and encourage the team to ignore Glassy. Now, if she's standing right next to somebody else, they will include her in AoE attacks without a problem, so we'll have to see. Now wait, she just walked out there and dodged Indoctrination. Indoctrination. Hold on a minute. Now, I know that Sottily is a blind boy. Like, he's known for having really poor accuracy, but I did not expect Glassy to walk out there and dodge that attack. That was something special to see. Okay, here comes Sottily. He doesn't even have to heal anybody, so he's just going to cast Sermon of Power on himself and continue to move forward. And it's Marymore's turn. She stoots up, Soul Sedation, 49-68 damage, a non-crit right there onto Sottily. Glassy follows that up by getting reflexed by her mirror matchup, but hitting the rest of the team with Triple Cross, and Sottily goes down? Yes, he does. Okay. Barrier Break Lance comes out. That will not kill anybody, but it does drop agility twice. And it's our boy Summer. Sun's out, guns out, but another reflex right here. And Glassy refusing to die, and Marymore's re-raise comes through. Reflex in 2023 confirmed to be just as good as Reflex in 2022. Jaden dies for his sin. He will re-raise, but the sin of not respecting reflex, it never goes away. Okay, Marymore's turn next. She's going to scoot to the side right here. She's going to get, oh wait, the king goes first. He says, reflex me once, shame on you. I'm going to shoot you before you kill me. And Jaden trying to carry his team back into this. Law of Invigoration going to full heal the Glassy, but the other Glassy going to Shining Conviction her and kill her from full HP. Just like that, Sir McCrane's team is turning things around. Re-raise comes through for Glassy, but it's Jaden up next. Splash Shower, this time not reflexed, and down goes Glassy. It is now Sottily versus 2, but Sottily, a very powerful unit, somebody who can definitely hang in a 2v1 situation. Okay, Rush Not Thy Fate, Jaden's dead. It's Sottily versus Glassy. Glassy has 98 AP, Shining Conviction comes out, that kills Sottily, and Sir McCrane picks up the win. Glassy hanging in there till the last minute to get those kills. GG. And that was a fight right there. We had King going first. We had a reflex. We had all of the things. Wind versus wind. Wind wins. Here comes the sand placement. No, I did not do it for free, but Square's not the one who paid me. Okay, here we go. Loading in Wind versus Lightning, and it's a lot of mages. There are 5 mages in this fight. Summer, Jaden, Sottily, and all 3 lightning units. The only physical unit is Flagbearer Glassy, and if you're going to run only one physical unit, she is a good choice. That's definitely one of your best ones. Now, this lightning team is going to do a lot of damage. And by a lot of damage, I mean big numbers. We are going to see, I imagine during this tournament today, we will see a fight come down to the importance of Skahal's magic counter. That move is just too good. I've seen it ruin too many of my teams, and I can't imagine it not spoiling someone else's day today. Sanderser is going to give his Skahal re-raise. Again, Skahal with permanent courage. If he has re-raise as well, it's just a lot of ways for him to not be dead, giving Resnick a chance to put him back to full HP and reactivate his courage buff. You actually want your Skahal getting one shot from full health, as opposed to getting like chunked to 50% and then killed. If he's killed from 100, he could get healed. And if you mess around with other stuff, it can mess with that formula. I think y'all know what I'm talking about, even if I did not use the best words. Now, we're going to get Indoctrination onto the Helena. Importantly right there, no status effect was applied to her, but if Jaden is in range to kill her, she could die. He's not, so her courage will get to stay on for at least another round. Here's Skahal. I don't know if he's in range to do damage yet. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be. He scoots forward. Thundaga Disposer comes out, and Sottily and Jaden both get one shot by that man's humongous lightning flex full of damage. Here comes Triple Cross. So Skahal actually kind of shrugs that off. It said courage remove. You cannot remove his courage. That is not going to remove it. Resnick will now limit break to heal right here. And Lightning Team definitely out to an early lead, especially now that they are all back to full HP and have had their attack and magic buffs refreshed. Summer Helena moves forward. She's going to begin channeling a spell. Jaden needs to drop the hammer on this enemy team right here real quick and give Glassy a chance to clean some stuff up. He's going to limit break those two. Beachside Blaster comes out. So Super Soaker engaged, shoots the enemy team. It does. It kills Skahal, but there you go. His courage pops. pops. Here comes Runaja, and that's 15,000-ish damage. Jaden is very, very dead. Skahal's at 1 HP, still has re-raise, and if he can catch a heal, will also have his courage back. Glassy's turn next. Importantly for her right here, she can do this. This will pop. Oh wait, it removes the re-raise. She walks forward, re-raise was removed, and that keeps her in the game. Skahal now deleted, and it's Helena Resnick versus Flag Bearer Glassy. Now, Helena's going to go first, and she's going to limit break. So not taking casting time as into chance right here. She's going to get her Typhoon out, drop her Water Bomb. It does not one-shot Glassy. If Glassy can take her out, there's a chance Glassy 1v1s like the Resnick or something. We'll see. Barrier Break Lance comes through. It does not kill Helena. Resnick will now heal her back to full. Glassy does have reflex, so again, when you're fighting a unit with reflex, the fight is never over. She could just reflex her way to a victory, but it's looking kind of grim. What is Summer Helena going to do? She's going to go Solarization. It is not reflex. It's a kill shot. Re-raise will come through. So again, the reflex dream is still alive, but we've got I mean, the frames per second dream seems to have died, but you know, that's just been a thing tonight. So Glassy's turn again, 172 AP. She's going to go Shining Conviction. It does big damage, pops the courage from Helena, but no reflex comes through. She needed to reflex that round and then managed to get in there and get another kill. She cannot. Sanders with the Lightning team picks up the win. GG, very, very close fight. There we go. Okay, we're moving on to the next one. So yeah, here we go. Do I bookmark where the fights are as you go along for editing? Nope. I just go into the editor and find them. So that's a thing. All right, let's full screen this. Now, if you guys don't know, Odaiba is in the #1 ranked guild on Global, Visiport, and is Global's #1 Japanese translator into English so we can make videos about what's coming out in the future. Reddit poster. So a very, very important person for the community, Odaiba, facing off against Turambar's win team. Now, Odaiba is not running full fire evade. This is a squad that is a very popular squad among like top tier players. It's Pissarro with 2 wind units. Now, not even messing with initial placement right here, just letting the map play itself out, let the units run to each other and buff. Look at them just Congo line down the way right here. You get Pissarro buffing Glassy, you get Glassy buffing Sottily. We'll see how that works out. Marymore going to go ahead and start moving in. Sottily probably going to put his, oh, he goes Immortal Dogma. That is a curious play right there. So, giving the evade unit hate gives him a chance to evade tank. Will it work? We're going to find out. Sottily is definitely somebody who can be evaded, especially if you don't have, like, the accuracy glasses and an accuracy buff alive on him. That man is blind as a bat. Marymore, you know, off the top of my head, I'm not actually 100% sure what Marymore has in terms of accuracy. I know that she's a unit you want to run, like, glasses on, so I don't think she has 100% hit move, but she does give herself a shield and start moving in. Glassy, no guaranteed hit move, but does have an accuracy up move. So if she has like a Alexandrite ring on, she has a good chance of hitting Pissarro. Now he's going to go ahead. He's got his evasion, his accuracy buff online. He has his courage buff off. So he's moving in. We're going to get a protect AoE buff right there with the TMR cast from Glassy. Sottily's going to re-raise. Lots of re-raise on Turambar's win team right here. Okay. People are about to start getting in range to hurt each other. Marymore steps forward. She's going to limit break. Festival of Flying Fortunes, I believe is the name of this. It's a Kamehameha straight from the Lunar New Year, and it destroys the enemy team. Plenty of accuracy on that one, and then Dispelling Spear Flight comes in, so Glassy did have the accuracy to take Pissarro down, but he had courage, he had re-raise, he's still alive, and now Odaiba's team will begin the counterattack. Indoctrination gets tanked up pretty well by Glassy. It's going to be Pissarro's turn, 128 AP. He can do any move he wants. Strike of Rune comes out, does a little bit of damage. Honestly, not a ton. Turambar's team is tanking very effectively. Odaiba's Glassy comes forward, and that will re-raise, remove, and kill Marymore. So Marymore, the first casualty of the fight, but Turambar's team back on the offensive. A heal comes through, Glassy back to full HP, and has a nicely grouped enemy team for her to pick from. She's going to triple cross, that will hit everybody. Pissarro dies for good this time, but that's the first casualty. Glassy comes through, will double hit the enemy Glassy, take her to about 90% HP, and it's going to be Sottily up next. 4,600 HP left. He jumps 2736 onto Glassy, but she will re-raise. Lots of re-raise, lots of courage in this fight. Those are some of the most powerful moves in the game. Being able to remove them is a nice thing. Otherwise, you deal with this. Sottily steps forward, begin channeling a spell. We're going to get the Limit Break. Valkyrie Burst from Glassy. Turambar looking to end things right here. Glassy comes down from the sky. That's a double kill. Re-raise for Sottily. Yes, I believe we do have a re-raise coming through for Sottily. There it is. Glassy down. No re-raise there. Rush not thy fate. Sottily came back to life just to get dunked by his counter matchup. And Turambar picks up the win. GG. I wanted to see Pissarra win. I always try to time a sentence to end and then the match to start, and it never works out. Like, it never does. I end up just sitting here. There we go. Okay, we're loading in. Let's full screen this thing. Hierarchy versus Cop. Lightning versus Light. Yes, it is Lightning versus Light. Now, look at this from Hierarchy. We're going to get to see a Nivlu comp today. So I did not expected that. I expected something like a Lightning or an Orlando as that other physical unit. Maybe even a Frederica. But instead, it's going to be Nivlu today. Very, very interesting. Now, it looked like, once again, I might have the spectator bug. I'm going to jump out of this. No, I'm not. I almost bailed. I'm happy I didn't. Okay, so Jaden's going to pop bells, begin running towards the middle of the map, looking to get in range. Lock up next for Cop. Moves forward. Treasure Hunter's Fortune. That's an agility and luck buff. There we go. Cloud up next. Now, Cloud can either look for group buffing with like AP restore on crits, or Cloud can go very selfish. He's actually going to go AP cost down Magic Shield. Okay, a different kind of Cloud build today. I like that Magic Shield against this Light team. What's Nivlu going to do? Now, Nivlu has Subjob Time Mage. With her channeling a spell right here, it's probably something like a Quicken or a Haste. On a map like this, I feel like Haste early on could be better. We'll see. I have not seen a Nivlu in action for quite some time. I'm excited to see what she does. Next up for Hierarchy is going to be Charlotte. Now, I tend to think of Charlotte as a tank that needs 2 turns to buff to get going. Her Hate buff, which she's probably about to cast right here, Attract Wall, gives her debuff resistance, and that's fine. Like, debuff resist is not a bad thing to have online, but I really like her second buff that the AI prioritizes, where it makes her actually tankier, and it makes her a lot tankier. You'll see it here in a minute. Okay, Locke continuing to give his luck and agility buff to the group. It's going to be Jaden up next. He's going to go sniper stance, give himself a little bit more range, let him stand back there and drop bombs. And here's Charlotte. So watch this. She's already done Attract Wall. Her next buff, and I'm going to say what its name is as soon as she casts it, because, you know, we're just getting that little bit of a global delay right here. Glorious Armor, Defense up, Spirit up, Protect, Shell, Regenerate. Like, that is so many tank things wrapped into one move. I really like Charlotte a lot better when she's allowed to get that off. Okay, Elena moving into the middle of the map, looking to start getting into range. Cloud up next, 58 AP. I wouldn't mind seeing him do another round of buffing. I would like to see him hit Nivlu with this, Soldier's Honor. So now, they both get that little attack steroid and some AP recovery built in. You can see Nivlu only at 45 AP. Might need herself to get some crits, right? Generate some more AP, or look to drop some quickens. At 6,700 HP, she really does not want to be getting in close and mixing things up, so it's good for her to stand to the side. Now, she misses her first attack, which is unlucky. Starlight Elena, a very evasive unit. Charlotte, looking straight down that way, says, you know what, I'm not even going to try to hit you because I can't, so I'm just going to buff myself and continue to just be a tank. Okay, Jaden up next. 171 AP for this guy. He's got bells going. He can do anything he wants. He's going to have to target the Charlotte. So he steps out. He's looking, drill shot, 2688. Not a ton of damage onto Charlotte, and she procs her spirit up, refreshing her spirit buff. There's the re-raise buff for Locke. It's going to be Starlight Elena's turn next. She's got a Charlotte straight in front of her here. She's going to go Earth-Rending Rune, 2100 damage. This Charlotte is a tanky, tanky girl. She shrugged all of those attacks off so far, giving her team time to move in. Now, Cloud does not suffer for guaranteed hit moves. His triple hit move is a guaranteed hit. He also has Sharpshoot in his Ranger sub, so we'll see what he's running. It's going to be the Sharpshoot, 4871 onto the Elena, so she's chunked out a little bit, and Nivlu's next. Now, Nivlu might benefit from just picking a different target right here. Maybe go shoot Jaden or something, Nivlu. I don't like your odds of hitting this Elena unless you're going to sharpshoot at her. Nivlu gonna slow shot and it misses. So Nivlu has run herself out of AP just whiffing at the Elena. So you're getting some effective evasion taking here from the Elena just by getting her to move forward into range. Charlotte refreshes her hate buff, which is a good idea, and with that regenerate proccing gets a little bit healthier. Jaden's up next. With hate on Charlotte, he still has no choice but to shoot her, so that keeps this Lightning team alive, right? Here we go. Golden Magic Shot comes out 2680 again. So he's just laying into her. Locke's up next. Now, with all that spirit on Charlotte, Locke might have a decent chance of penetrating her defenses. Dispel Dagger comes through. That crucially removes her hate. Now Starlight Elena can say, well, look, I think I'm done with you, Charlotte. I'm going to go pick on these other nerds a little bit. No, she's going to just keep picking on Charlotte. That was maybe not the best move. We'll see. It's Nivlu's turn. No AP on Nivlu. So, she needs to go shoot somebody besides Starlight Elena, or at least land her attack on Starlight Elena. Nope, she just misses again. Nivlu just unfortunately finding not a great matchup for her, but Cloud, he can do things here. I would like to see Cloud move up and triple hit both Locke and Elena. That could keep this Lightning team kind of in the game for a little bit, but I don't know if that's what he's going to do. We'll see. Cloud, yeah, he is. He's going to move up and triple slash. That will pop the courage for Elena, and it almost procs the re-raise from Locke. I think it needed to do that. Charlotte, does she even have a hope of hitting anybody? She's going to just Glorious Armor again. Defense, Spirit, Protect, Shell, Regenerate. She has no accuracy, so she cannot hit these units. And by Elena moving up on that ledge in front of Charlotte, Charlotte cannot even move around her. She's just stuck there. So here we go. Jaden's up next, and that probably means Charlotte is about to go down. Or he could look to AoE the other units. No, it's just going to be Golden Magic Shot again. He's going to drop a bomb. That's 2,300 damage, and Charlotte is out of the fight now. That frees up Starlight Elena to say, hey, you DPS units on the side, you better reflex this. Neither of them do, spoiler alert. Nivlu lives. Okay, so Nivlu hanging in there. Locke's turn next. Remember, whenever you're fighting Cloud, he's not out of it. Cloud can reflex his way through a storm. We'll see if he's got that in the bag today. Locke, staring it down. He's thinking about what he's going to do. He's got his own AP restore going on. He's thinking. It's going to be Stun Blade, and spoiler alert, Cloud does not reflex it, and Cloud dies. All right, Nivlu's up next. No AP, and she has 0 AP and about a 0% chance to win this fight. She does shoot Locke. Maybe if she would have chose to shoot somebody else the whole time so far, she would have had better, results, but it is what it is. Locke pops his re-raise, and it's Jaden's turn. Can he find his way into range? Yes, he can. Nivlu goes down, and it was a valiant effort by Hierarchy's Lightning team, but too much evade from Elena, and Light still doesn't suck, especially Cop's Light is notoriously good. Hierarchy, GG, Cop moves on. All right, let's take a look at the bracket. Okay, here we go. We're jumping in. Charlotte versus Gargas. What's up, Mog Rules? Okay, this is a really interesting team coming out from Maverick. Now, we just saw Hierarchy's team. They're going to spend some time here, get some haste supplied, get some buffs out from Cloud. Nivlu going to be able to do damage if she's allowed to in this one because the enemy team is not running evade, so that will help her out a lot. But I really just want to see how effective these wind mages are into this Charlotte. You have Sottily, who can do things like charm, stuff like that, so we'll see some of that coming through maybe. Halloween Little Leela, this is our first sighting of her on stream today. She's going to start with the TMR buff and standing still. I call that the Little Leela special, spending her first turn TMR buffing and not moving. She really does like to do that thing. Nivlu begins channeling her haste. She moves to the same spot she spent the entire last fight in. Here's Immortal Dogma. Hate onto Leela. So we have ourselves a aggroed up Little Leela right here. Now, never mind the fact that Little Leela deserves aggro. And besides that I just hated her when she first came out, now she has actual aggro in game. Gargas' turn, 199 AP. He's going to pop Zombie Transform on himself. So get a little re-raise going. He's moving into range. Haste onto the Charlotte, so she'll be the faster unit in the game now. And it's Leela's turn. Level 4 Arrow Meta Magic, shrugged off really, 2336. Not insignificant damage, but not a ton. And now Charlotte is going to be able to get her second buff off. Defense, Spirit, Protect, Shell, Regenerate. Now that Regenerate won't start proccing until the next turn, so she still keeps the damage that she just took. Here comes the Charm, Crystalline Reckoning. Now, if this is a full Faith unit, they're basically guaranteed to get charmed. I doubt Charlotte is, but the Charm still lands. There we go. Charlotte might betray her squad, but I doubt it. I think Gargas or Leela will break that charm before it's super impactful. Cloud's going to drop a barrage onto Sottile, decent damage. He's at about 40% HP, and it's going to be Gargas' turn. So, Gargas definitely in range to hit the Charlotte. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. It's Nivlu's turn next. Nivlu's going to step up, Dispel Spread onto the Leela, knocks her buffs off. Nivlu has moved up into the danger zone right here. Gargas can probably hit Charlotte and her. He's going to go with Wind Flash. There it is. That one-shots the Nivlu. This Gargas looking pretty stout. Now, will Leela be an aggro Leela or a healer Leela? It's going to be a healer Leela this fight. So she gets everybody on our team back to full health. That'll allow Charlotte's Regenerate to proc. And now she can start trying to hurt people. She's staring around. She's got her haste. She's looking for who? Does she look for Leela? Does she look for Sottile? Leela's hate got dispelled, I believe, by the shot from Nivlu. So Charlotte's just going to do a little ninja move right there, chunk Leela out a little bit, and we're back to Sottile. Indoctrination comes out. Charlotte takes that damage. Not too much of a problem. And it's going to be Cloud. Cloud, 26 AP. He's standing pretty far back. He needs to get down there, get in this fight, and try to find some AoE damage. I don't know if he can. He steps up, Braver onto the Leela. That kills her. She does have re-raise, so she comes back to life. Okay, Gargas' turn. Once again, enemy team is kind of grouped. I'm not sure if Gargas' AoE is big enough to hit them both. It is. There's Wind Flash. Charlotte dead, Cloud versus 3, and it's those three's turn. Leela will this time not heal. She's going to go for the damage. You just never know with little Leela. She decides to go for blood. She gets the kill, and the Gargas win team defeats the... well, Gargas probably making the thumbnail after that, by the way. Defeats the Nivlu Lightning team. Good run for Nivlu, though. It was Haruki, props to you for showing up with a Nivlu tonight and letting her do her thing. There we go. All right. Hey, Laushin, have a good night, dude. Thank you for stopping in and hanging out with us tonight. Odaiba, hey, thanks for playing tonight, Odaiba. It's going good. Okay, now here we go. We're going to see Glassy Jaden Sottile versus Leela Sottile Gargas. So, the only mirror in this wind matchup is the Sottile. Makes sense, right? Sottile, top tier wind unit, absolutely. Gargas, undefeated on stream so far. So, we'll see. We're going to get an agility buff with AP Restore coming out for Jaden, who really needs that buff. Like, he starts with sub 60 AP. For a mage, that's real bad. So, there you go. Now, Gargas going to zombie transform, give himself that re-raise, just in case they can get to him and start dropping bombs. Leela up next. She's going to move forward and do nothing. That's the classic little Leela turn 2. Just, hey, I've already cast my 1 TMR buff, so I'm going to start running at the enemy. We'll see. Okay, we're going to get Divine Sacrament, so a little Element Resist Spirit Piercing buff for Sottile. Jaden up next. Still not in range to shoot anybody. We'll give his ultimate buff, gets his Spirit Piercing and his magic up. Jaden is unlocked and ready to go. Divine Sacrament from Sottile onto Gargas. Gargas, does he have the range to already start dropping bombs? Not yet. He's going to pull the little Leela, move forward and do nothing. Meanwhile, little Leela moves forward and hits everybody with a meta magic spell and is now standing all by her little self in the middle of this map. I don't know that that's going to be where she wants to stand. Midsummer Sniper will drop 1 bomb on her. Glassy's up next. Glassy going to move forward. Spear of Sending. That'll drop a second bomb and remove the re-raise, so she's dead. Now, Sottile being all the way back here might look to heal Jaden. Yes, he does. And now with that heal, almost all of little Leela's damage is removed from the table. There was an auto cure from Sottile, and then he healed Jaden, and that's unfortunate. Leela is basically removed without any memory of her left alive. Flare comes out from Gargas right here, so non-elemental XL damage, and oh my gosh, did she just live with less than 5 HP? She might have. She has 3. She lived with 3 HP. So Sir McCrane, doing those huge brain calculations, gets his Glassy to live with 1 HP. It takes massive amounts of math to pull that off. But guess what? She's in trouble now because it's Sottile and Gargas' turn, and finally Sottile gets to try to do damage, but she reflexes it. So 3 HP in a reflex. Maybe Gargas will just smack her with his stick. Watch this. No, he's going to go for other people. He's like, I'm done with you. I'm going to wind flash this Jaden. He one-shots him, so Jaden dies, has his re-raise popped. I mean, Gargas is out here doing big work, but it's problems now. Sparkle Shower comes out, down goes both of them. Gargas will re-raise. I'm sorry, Sparkle Shower's feed his move, but whatever. Jaden Super Soaker showered him. And then 3 HP and a poke for 4,200. Glassy picks up the win. And, yeah, calculations right there, right? Absolutely new to live with 3 HP. Gargas was the best performing unit on that Sir McCrane team. Or whoever was running him. I can't remember. Whatever. McCrane's team, or Maverick was running Gargas, and Gargas popped off. Just a little unlucky, honestly. So, GG, we will move on to the next fight. Cop's got a bit of a reputation around here. Alright, here we go. We're loading in. Zolk versus Cop, 2 titans of Friday night fights. Going at it. It's going to be Joom, Glassy, Sottile. Literally my current Guild Wars offensive team right here. It is a beast of a team. You've got physical damage. You've got magic damage. You've got a tank. And it looks like Joom is actually rocking her sword right here. So I like that. Bring out a little damage for the girl. She can hit a little bit. Like, she can bring it. That could just be a weapon skin. But it could also be her +6 sword. We'll see. Now, we got a little bit of a spectator delay here. I might need to come out and come back in which case, no, Zolk says still in the loading screen still. Okay, so we're chilling. I beat Zolk into the match. And there we go, we're in. So here's Spirit of Wizette. There's the physical, or there's the shield for Glassy with the accuracy up for the team. Sottile needs that accuracy, donates a little hate and re-raise to the Joom. You gotta love that. And then it is going to be Resnick, Cloud, Skahal. So I was right in what units that Cop was going to bring. Resnick's going to look to do a little bit of buffing. Law of Refuge, that's a physical shield for Cloud. He'll like that, and he could look to do a little Keen Blade action right here. Cop, famous for using Keen Blade, will get an activation of it right here. Give that slash attack up and a little CT manipulation. Re-raise for Skahal, a classic on him. He really likes to start out fights with that. Now, I'll be curious to see what other TP moves Skahal is running, or if it's just none, and he's just going to start looking to close the gap. Okay, Resnick up next. She's going to probably look to give Law of Refuge to Skahal. That's exactly what she does. Dropping her own hate, and look at her positioning. She is way off to the side right there. Punisher mode comes out from Cloud, gives up a little AoE resist. Okay, Skahal's up next. What's he going to do? Now, he's got, he's going to charge up a buff. This is move, jump, +1. There it is. So, move and jump online for him. He'll be able to get in range to do damage on his next turn. Element resist comes through from Sottile, so the Wind team getting tankier. Glassy probably popping a TMR right here. It's zombie transformation. It's usually either that or Bells. Going with Zombie this time, and here's Joom. She's going to get Reflex. She goes with Dance of the Whirlwind. That can hit fairly hard if she has her shield, but Cloud just dodges it with his reflex like usual. Resnick casting a spell, Cloud on the attack. So here we go. First damage probably coming through right here since Cloud is unhittable. And it's going to be Mega Slash, 3,300 damage on the Joom. Resnick spells Teaching of the Strongbolt, lightning attack up to Skahal, not that he needed it. Now, does this Joom have enough spirit to tank this man? Skahal's channeling a spell. Oh man, wait a second. No, he gets it off. Thundaga Disposer. It hits Joom real hard. So she does not have enough spirit. Cloud gets his shield popped by Glassy. So that's something. And Sottile going to look to counterattack. He's going to limit break. So, okay, Cloud is going to get charmed. Can Joom avoid blowing this? Cloud, no wait, the charm doesn't land because Cloud dies. Never mind, Cloud's dead. Joom can't blow it anymore because Cloud's deleted, and there it is. Debilitating counter comes out, but guess what, actually? It's not quite enough damage to kill Joom. She lives through the debilitating counter. Okay, Skahal hanging in there. He's going to get Law of Refuge, so physical shield back online for him. It's his turn. He's going to drop a gigantic bomb on some people's heads right now. Is this a triple kill? Are we going to see it? Are we going to see a re-raise come through? Both Joom and Glassy have re-raise. Skahal, he's sitting there, he's dancing, he's thinking about what he's going to do. This could mean it's a limit break coming through right here for him. It could mean that he's summoning an Esper. It could mean that everybody's disconnected. It could mean that he's going to channel a spell. It's going to be Thundaga. It kills Joom, who will re-raise. But honestly, tanked up pretty effectively by the Wind team. Now, debilitating counter comes through. It does not kill once again. So that's 2 debilitating counters coming through for Skahal. So he's getting the procs off, but there's just a lot of resistance on this Wind team. They're tanking it up. All right, here comes debilitating counter. This time it finally does kill Sottily. I know that, oh look, wait, Stunblade, that time he dies. He has re-raise, so he's going to come back to life. And it's going to be a problem right here. That counter proc that killed Sottily was big because he would have died had his re-raise procced. Instead, he's here. He's still here because, you know, he kills, you guys get what I'm saying. Oh boy, Knight's Blessing comes out. So now he's back to full HP, which means his courage is back and he has a shield. And he's mad. He's like, how dare you tank my first 3 attacks? I am Skahal. I am king of a ninja village, or leader of a ninja village, or whatever. I'm going to step back and begin channeling a spell, and I'm going to instantly cast it. It's going to kill both of you. There's going to be some re-raises. I mean, you know, there you go. Glassy's back to life. Joom, get out of here. You're dead. Glassy, you got to kill them both right here. Shining Conviction. Okay. Wait a second. Hold on. Does she get to go again because she didn't move? Wait. Glassy? Hello? Wait. Guys, don't call it a comeback, but Zulk, once again, Glassy calculates the whole thing and is like, I'm going to stand here. Would have been a close fight. But a lock killed me after he re-raised, after reflexing the turn before. So, saltiness, level 1000. And of course, my Glassy did not reflex him. So yeah, that is what it is. I ain't mad about it. I already forgot. Okay, here we go. So, Cuckington versus Lex. It is going to be Skahal, Helena, something for both teams. For Lex, that something looks like a Resnick, and she's going to start applying her buffs. For Cuckington, it's going to be a Charlotte looking to try to tank up the enemy team. So for Charlotte, we're going to have to see, can she do 2 things? Here's what you're looking for from Charlotte, right? You need her to tank the damage, but you also need her to not group with your team and get everybody killed to AoE attacks. Cuckington did separate her from his squad, putting her off to the right, so a little initial placement action right here to try and encourage her to stay away. We'll see if it works. She's going to go hate up and begin moving forward. She is nice and separated, I'll give her that. She catches a haste from Skahal. So she's actually, this is really good stuff from Cuckington right here. He had her go last on his team, but calculated in that she didn't catch a haste and then go first. So she's going to get to separate a little bit. She's going to go Glorious Armor, give herself all those tanky stats, and then run at the enemy. So she's all the way into the middle of the map, giving her mages another turn to buff, and you now have Courage and Re-Raise on the Summer Helena, and then their next turn, they should be able to get in range to do some damage. Skahal probably looking to apply another haste. We'll see. Meanwhile, Lexus Skahal moves forward, begins channeling a spell. It's going to be Flare. So he's going non-elemental attack, 29.95. The spirit reaction pops. Skahal gives himself a haste for Cuckington. Resnick moving in. She has nobody to heal, so she'll look to do another round of buffing. It's Charlotte's turn. Now, she's going to... Oh, Charlotte's going to limit break. Protector's Holy Judgment. You don't see this all the time anymore. She drops it on the enemy team. Not a ton of damage, but a debuff comes through, and she buffs her defense and spirit. Here comes Teachings of the Strongbolt. Skahal gets his lightning attack and unit resist up, and Cuckington Skahal will begin his counterattack. Now, he's hasted, he moves forward, he begins channeling a spell. Black Rose Helena's going to get to go before he channels his spell. No matter what, even if this one-shots him, he's going to pop his courage, so he will get to cast this. Here comes the damage. It doesn't one-shot him, so he still gets... But his courage is popped either way, basically, because now he's too low on HP to pop it. So it essentially accomplished the same thing no matter what. She gets her courage popped by his thunder, but now you see the power of running the Resnick. She's going to limit break and heal her, and it's going to be back to full HP for Lex's team. There we go. Lex's Skahal is up next. He could look to Limit Break right here for an instant cast, or he could look to AoE down that Skahal and hit the Charlotte for a little bit more. We'll see what he's going to do. It's going to be Thundaga Disposer. There it is. Skahal down, but Re-Raise, no, his Re-Raise is off. Okay, no, I'm sorry. It was Helena who had Re-Raise for Kakita's team, not Skahal. Okay, Helena's turn again. She's going to go Deep Sea Impact, 3100 damage, Spirit Reaction proc for Charlotte. Okay, Helena needs to do a lot of work right here. Deep Sea Impact, not quite a kill. If that could have one-shot the enemy Helena, you would have been looking at a 2 versus 2. Instead, it takes her to about 5% HP, and now you have a 1 versus 3, and you're at 1 HP with a Re-Raise. So the Resnick healing is actually going to be the more impactful thing right here, but really what it came down to was Cuckington's Skahal ended up grouping with the tank. And grouping with the tank is almost never a good idea. I guess it's technically not over. Skahal could like do something here that's a long channel and end up getting killed by Summer Helena. We'll see. He's usually pretty quick with his cast. There it is. Thunder comes through. Helena goes down and Lex picks up the win. Cuckington is bounced, but Cuckington definitely made it far enough in the tournament so far to score points. Lex guarantees himself some more points by moving forward to the next round. You have Astrius, Moore, Water, Elsie. Astrius is like if you're even thinking about pulling her, I would say Astrius is a must. Okay, here we go. Lex readies up. We're going into the fight. Here it is. We've got Kiwi versus Lex. Wind versus... Oh my goodness. Lex has gone to something right here. I'm not sure what this thing from Lex is, but I hope it works. It's really, really crazy. It's just, like Reset says in chat, it is a pure waifu team coming out right here. Sottily going to give Re-Raise and Hate to Jaden, okay, and begin moving forward. Jaden probably going to buff his own, or maybe he looks for an agility buff. Yeah, sun's out, guns out. So he is going to give the agility buff to his group and get his AP restore on. Sylvie's going to go Resolute Prayer, Spirit, Defense, and Debuff Resist to her group. Elsie, this is regular Elsorel. She's going to agility buff her group, give herself defense pin and slash attack up, and then Summer Killface is going to go Dragoon's Pride. So speaking of Kane, we're going to get his TMR buff on Summer Elsie. This team, it's the Light Sisters team. Guys, look, I'm usually fairly impartial. I want the Light Sisters team to win. I love Wind. I'm a Wind player. I love it to the world and back. But this team, this Light team, is something special. Constricting Cleave comes out from Killface. She seems to be a little overextended. Jaden's going to step up, Midsummer Sniper, and she almost dies. Sottly's probably going to go ahead and finish that off for her. So he's going to step forward. She's standing there. She has her ways mended by the church. She goes down. And now it's Elsorel Sylvie versus 3. Now, Blessings from Afar, AP cost, and Magic Shield. That Magic Shield might do her some good. Sylvie has full life. Can Sylvie get into range to cast full life, though? Not yet. A drawback of Sylvie: she does not move towards the enemy team. This Elsorel is as anti-magic as possible, but we'll see. I don't know. Now, if Sottily can't get in range of her right here, he'll end up healing himself, and that's what... No, he's going to Divine Sacrament. He went for the AoE buff. That's a really interesting choice right there from Sottily. It's going to give Sleepy Time a chance to come out here and do some damage, and damage she does. She cuts Sottily down, so Stunblade comes through. Sottily's out. It's a 2v2. Prayer of Resolute Oaths come back up. Defense and Spirit buff online. That's a high Spirit Elsie with Shield, or with Shell, but neither of those things will help against Valkyrie Burst. So here comes Glassy, the one physical unit on this Wind team, on the counterattack, and she does... not that much damage. It's tanked pretty effectively. Jaden's going to limit break as well. So Elsorel out here eating back-to-back limit breaks from the enemy team. Can she live through it? She can. Although both units are slowed, will that matter? I'm not sure. Elsorel, what can you do? You're on the counterattack. You're slow. You're asleep. You're just waking up. What are you going to do about it? She says, I'm going to step over here, and I'm going to do... Oh, wait, the king shoots first, but it doesn't matter. Wait a second. Inertia Blade one-shots Jaden. He has full life. Wait a second, guys. Is Elsorel actually, like, really good? hold on. Triple Cross is going to kill everybody here. Re-raise will come through for Sylvie, so that's a thing. That slow really, really, like, destroyed this Sylvie. She could have healed everybody and put a shield on them. Instead, she's just going to be stuck here casting full life and probably get sniped right here by Jaden. Yeah, there she goes. She dies. That slow from Jaden's Limit Break might have won this fight. Like, Elsorel came out here and just put on a clinic. But, slow. Man. Probably, unless they get lapped, I think that slow, like Summer Jaden's Limit Break right there changed that fight in a really important way. Okay, here we go. Loading in, we've got Sir McCrane versus Kiwi Stings. Both players playing Wind. It is a pure mirror matchup. It is Glassy, it is Jaden, it is Sottily. Both players coming at it right here. And yes, I think Elsorel makes the thumbnail. Like, she was, like, we have not seen her in so long. I think people forgot she exists and can do things. And I think she just taught us the ways. So I think she does need to make the thumbnail. And then it might end up, we'll do her on the thumbnail, plus, like, it could be Nivlu, or it could be a unit from one of the winning teams. We shall see. Okay, both teams going to start doing some buffing right here. These Wind teams going to do a lot of this. Suns out, guns out, agility buff for everybody. Here we go. Glassy's going to go Zombie Transform. Okay, so once again, going with that as the TMR of choice for Sir McCrane. Let's see what Kiwi's TMR of choice is. Zombie Transform. So there we go. Both players opting for that instead of Bells. There it is. Okay. Plenty of buffs available for Sottily. He will go Spirit Piercing Rate, Element Resist buff for his group. A very powerful spell. Jaden's up next. He's going to go Suns out, Guns out. Buff that agility. Keep his AP Restore flowing. And then other Jaden's turn. And what's he going to do? He's going to go Can't Beat This Heat. Now, he managed to land his agility buff on both other units with his first turn, so he will do something else this time. Sottily up next, gonna go with, guess what? Divine Sacrament, Element Resist, and Spirit Piercing for him, and he starts moving in the middle of map. Dispelling Spear Flight comes in, does about 55% of his HP and damage, pretty powerful. Meanwhile, Kiwi's Glassy out of range, can't do anything yet. Jaden's up next, 111 AP with AP Restore on, has enough AP to do anything he wants. He steps forward, he's gonna Suns out. Man, this dude is flexing. He worked out this summer and he really wants everybody to know about it. Okay, big opportunity right here. This is a fight that I think this Sottily's team is losing. If he charms Glassy, it could turn it around a little bit, and he does. So, we'll see. Indoctrination comes out. Sottily dies. He gets the charm off, but then gets killed. Maelstrom Jet comes out. That does 61-1-8 and removes the AP Restore. Glassy's going to shoot at Sottily. And now, let's see what the charmed Glassy does. That auto cure might have been huge. That might have just saved Sottily. AP Break Lance comes through, and never mind, it didn't do anything. Jaden gets smacked by his own team. And uh-oh, Sir McCrane's Glassy is on a rampage against the wrong team. Splash Shower's going to bail her out, though, and take it off. That's unfortunate. It is now, though, a 2v2. That charm did its work. Okay, it's Sottily's turn. Does he go for a counter charm right here? He steps forward. No, he's going to channel a spell. The king goes first, baby. The king shoots first, and down goes Sottily. Oh, my gosh. Kiwi's team out here returning the favor. Triple Cross comes out. Glassy gets chunked. Jaden's turn next. Height-based arrow. That's a kill. Re-raise will come through. She's still in it, but she needs to pop off on this turn, kill both those units, and then reflex after the other unit re-raises. It's a big ask for Sir McCrane's Glassy. She steps forward. She's going to go for it right here. It's going to be what? Did we drop out? Spear of Sending. Re-raise, remove, agility down. Okay, she reflexes, she has a chance. She does not reflex, it comes down to that, and Kiwi picks up the win in the mirror match. GG, that charm. Is it a Violet time? Did Cop go pull out Elsorel? We'll find out right now. Ramza, okay, here we go. The main character of Final Fantasy Tactics himself, Ramza, showing up right here in a fight where a trip to the finals of today's tournament is on the line. Here comes Ramza. Now, Kiwi's team's going to get to go first. I'm not sure if we got the spectator bug, which I do sometimes get when I connect to these games, or if I'm just going to wait. I'm going to count down from about 5, and then I'm rejoining the game. We don't want to miss Ramza doing his next level buffs. Okay, here we go. Okay, Kiwi's still loading, just like Zulk did earlier, so I'll wait it out. I do appreciate those heads up, guys. So, here we go. Spirit of Wazette comes out. There's the accuracy magic shield buff. That accuracy buff is going to be a very big deal for this Sottile and this Summer Jaden. Now, Locke probably going to look to like apply his own TMR right here. No, yeah, he is. Agility, luck buff for his group. Summer, or not Summer, Elena. Imagine if they come with Summer Starlight Elena. I would be so mad if they gave an FFBE unit a Summer skin before they gave it to Eileen. She needs it. Alright, so she's going to buff her own evasion, or her courage, and move forward. Jaden going to put the suns out, guns out, and now here he is, boys. It's Ramza's turn. Ramza, what you got for us? Shout plus, attack, magic, bravery, and protect engaged. Ramza out here doing the buffs. Here comes the re-raise for Flagbearer Glassy. She's been an absolute monster in this tournament so far. Locke probably going to give himself re-raise and AP restore right here. There it is, Boon of the Phoenix. He's ready to go. He jumps straight by Ramza and moves forward to start engaging. Elena, already with her courage buff online, could go zombie transform right here, could buff her evade. It's going to be zombie transform, a very common TMR to run on Starlight Elena. Okay, Jaden's up. Midsummer Sniper comes out, and there goes one of Summer Elena's life. Her courage is popped. Ramza up next. Now, Ramza does have a heal. He can gift people HP, right? Is that what he's going to do? No, he's going to shout plus again. He's just going to yell. Like, Ramza's out here to scream at people, and that's what he's doing. He's screaming with all his might. Here comes Glassy. She's here to kill people. Triple Cross will kill Elena for the 3rd time, but she will come back to life. And now it's going to be Locke's turn. So, Locke, is he close enough to start doing damage of any kind yet? I don't know. Yes, he is. He's going to limit break the Flagbearer Glassy. So this will lower her slash resist and deal a little bit of damage. Let's see. The damage, 3,200. The slash resist is down. Jaden is going to Midsummer Sniper Elena, and she's finally dead. She eats an entire round of attacks from the enemy team, is not allowed to dodge, and she dies. Can Ramza avenge his fallen waifu friend? He does debuff the defense from Flagbearer Glassy, but so far, no. Now, can Ramza dodge anything, or is he going to get charmed right here by Crystalline Reckoning? I don't know. Let's see. Charmed. He is charmed. So Ramza could be a betrayer, but he's actually just going to die to Valkyrie Burst right here. I really appreciate the attempt from Cop right here to run a light evade team with a Ramza on it. That's really, really cool. Unfortunately, unless this Locke can, like, one-shot everybody, or he needs to kill. Okay, so Locke, what he needs to do, he needs to kill Glassy and then hope that Jaden is out of Midsummer Snipers. I believe he's fired that 3 times. That was not the play, Locke. That was not the play. You cannot leave that high accuracy Glassy on this map. Like, Sottile's not even trying to hit you. Sottile's just buffing. Glassy's gonna triple smack you right here and just remove you from this fight. If you could have killed her, Locke, maybe you had a chance. Instead, she's just going to poke you. That's a GG. Kiwi's win team picks up the win and will move on to the finals. You just get dominated, right? Like, see, a snow just runs out here and the missile girls are just like, pew, 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 and drop bombs all over your head and you lose. But with no ice this week, the win team is kind of allowed to dominate, and that's why. So we're going to get to see here, we're probably going to see Sottile Glassy for the rest of this tournament. And we're going to get to see, is Joom a better option than Jaden? Now, Zulk's team is the team that I run. You get to see it whenever I'm in, like, the waiting screen right here. This Summer Jaden team, I've messed with it before, and I really like it. You can alternatively use Mary more if you don't have Summer Jaden. We've seen all 3 of those teams today. All of them pretty good. But Sottile and especially Flagbearer Glassy seem to be the staples for it. In my opinion, Flagbearer Glassy is the sustained damage you can just count on, and she's really hard to kill. Jaden brings you that charm element. We saw that earlier. Kiwi's Sottile had a big charm on the enemy Glassy. I believe he was fighting Lex in that fight, and that charm turned the whole thing around. I don't remember if it was Lex. I think it was Lex's fight. But that charm really flipped the fight. And so that's something that Sottily can do for you, plus being able to bring that re-raise, also very nice, and don't sleep on his damage, it doesn't suck. Okay, here is Sottily. As these win teams move in, Sottily's going to Divine Sacrament himself and Joom. Now keep in mind, Zulk must be beaten twice in a row to lose. He's not dropped a match yet this day, and Kiwi has, so Kiwi has to beat him twice for the double elimination to work. Dance of the Whirlwind comes through for Joom. Joom doesn't really... Okay, Joom moves into the middle of the map, and now will be in range of all of the enemies straight away. So this is effective tanking from Joom for a round. We'll see how it works out. Oh my gosh, you forget how big of an AoE Splash Shower is, though. That ends up hitting both Joom and Sottily, and then Indoctrination also hits them both. Oh my goodness, Sottily goes down, and just like that, it looked like I ate my words, because I thought Joom had moved into a safe spot, but actually, her and Sottily had lined up, and that gets him killed. Now, a lucky little thing happens right there for Zulk, in that his Joom, even though confused, ends up auto-attacking the Sottily and killing him. Kind of keeps this a fight, but now it is Glassy versus 2. Glassy could do this. She could reflex her way to a victory. We have not seen Reflex be that big of a player so far today, but there's one big reflex. She's going to move up. Shining Conviction, that will take down Jaden. He has re-raised though, so he's going to get to come back to life. She's going to need a couple more reflexes to pull this thing off. Okay, it's going to be Glassy's turn next. Barrier Break Lance. This will not be Reflex. It'll do 7,000 damage, break the barrier, and she's really low. Here comes Height-Based Arrow. That won't be Reflex either. She'll die. Re-Race comes through. She's going to get to counterattack. Okay, what can she do? She needs to kill Jaden and probably kill Glassy in one move right here. I don't know if she's got that in her with the enemy Glassy having their barrier. Shining Conviction comes through. Jaden does die. Agility debuff. She doesn't have to move. So does she get to lap? No, she doesn't. So she's going to have to reflex to win this fight, or we're going to the final match. She does not reflex. She's killed by the enemy Glassy. Kiwi wins. We're going to a final decisive match in the finals. Best 2 out of 3. Here we go. Oh, Earl Tennant. Glassy's one of them. She's one of them boys. She might not be a boy, but she's one of those dudes. She's that dude. Like, she's that dude you don't mess with, even if she's a chick. She's that chick you don't mess with. So here we go. Same teams, different placement. In fact, vastly different placement. Zulk is going to try to prevent his Joom and Sottily from lining up even far away from each other and getting womboed down. That really turned the fight on its head. So we'll see how that works out. Meanwhile, Kiwi starting in the middle of the map again and going to just advance forward, look to kill the enemy. Okay, both Sottili's going to be applying a little re-raise and hate up. This one goes to Joom, so she's got some hate, she's got some re-raise. Uh-oh, Sottily moves forward, though, and gets splash showered by the Jaden. Now, there's a little something here to mention. Jaden is now down to 21 AP. It might be that he runs out. Like, we'll have to see. I'll be curious to see if Zulk's Sottily ends up healing himself, or if he's in range to do damage. This Glassy I don't think is going to be in range. She's going to zombie transform, which means it's Zulk Sottili's turn. Does he get in range and like charm the... Okay, here it comes, guys. Here comes the charm. Is this the clutch charm that wins Zulk the tournament today? We'll see. Or does somebody on his team break it? I don't know. Level 4 Aurora comes out, and man, Jaden's down to 16 AP, and Sottili's still alive. Joom goes for double resist, Piercing Missile attack up, an effective buff against this enemy team. Now, Charmed Sottily is going to look at his own team and fire off an Indoctrination, confusing the... Oh boy. Guys, things got weird. Dispelling Spear Flight comes in, removing the buffs from Joom. So, that could drop her aggro, although she comes in with some initial hate, which might still be on there. I'm not sure exactly how that works. Now, Sottily might mess himself up right here and undo his own charm, but was it already enough damage done? It's going to be the vision card ability. That will kill the Jaden and pop his re-raise. Oh man, I don't like that play. Now, I know it's the AI, so it's like you can't actually stop it from happening, but he just removed 2 very powerful status effects from the enemy team. Did that subtly. Crucially, he does live through the Jaden attack right there. Stormwind Rin comes out, and Joom says, I'm the carry now, and slaps the Jaden down. It's subtly with 383 HP left. He's no longer charmed, so he's going to look for some vengeance right here. Glassy steps forward. She's going to drop her limit break. This is one very dead subtly from Zalk. Yeah, good night, sir. You're dead. And you were confused, but you're also dead, so it doesn't really matter. Here comes Dispelling Spear Flight, 7202. That will pop the re-raise from Kiwi's Glassy. Sottly's finally going to get his cast off. It is Rush Not Thy Fate. Joom is still alive. She's hanging in there. She's a carry now. It's Sottly's turn, 161 AP. Casting time might be a big deal right here. We'll see. He steps forward. Mend thy ways. Okay, Joom can have her re-raise popped. But watch this. Can she kill them both? She steps to the side. Dance of the Whirlwind. It's a double kill. And Joom says, you better put me on that screen. I better be the one that makes the thumbnail. I'm coming out here and I'm going to kill 3 people. I'm going to kill them all. I'm Joom. I'm a carry. I got my sword. Boom. GG. And the charm from Sottly was clutch. Sottly was a lot tankier that time. Glassy barely had to do anything. Joom gets 3 kills. And Zalk picks up the win, winning today's tournament. So, thank you. If you're watching this on YouTube, on the VODs, thank you for watching. GG to Zalk, GG to Kiwi. GG to everybody who played. If you would like to play in a future unofficial, now, Friday Night Fights tournament, now that we got official tournaments, join my Discord. We host them on most weeks when there is not an official tournament. So that means next week with an official tournament, we won't have one. But they're free to join, free to play. You score points, and then at the end of a series, we have the top 8 point players play in a draft for the illustrious Orange A Discord title. So join if you want to. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.